Not enough, no.
Can the client, customer pay even if overdue na yung past due na yung
No,
bill?
we don't have those rules like a certain utility na if it's past due, you have to go to their office.
Okay.
You can pay through this channel anytime.
One problem of
You can pay ka.
um, machines like this yung obsolescence, no? And if you put that in one shop na hindi naman pag-aari ng BTI o ng Converge, usually wala rin alam yung tao nandun. Let's say sa Shell or sa Ministar, whatever. What makes you feel confident na this will be sustained, it will be maintained, na people won't be disappointed when they go there na umaandar siya? Kasi more often, pupunta ka doon, offline, gano'n, di ba? Sir, that question is directed to you.
Yeah, thank you for that question. Actually, we've been around, we've been operating the machines since 2016, and we have been growing fast in terms of deploying them and maintaining and making sure that the machines are available almost 100% of the time. And we are actually located also in 24/7 locations where the machines are actually available 24/7. So it is upon us, of course, to make sure that it is always available. And the store doesn't really have to do that much because we do everything. We maintain, we make sure that we service the machines frequently so that they are always operational. And at the same time, we also have, in cases where there will be some issues, then we do have a help desk number, and customers can actually call us and let us know what the problem is, and we're able to address them. In many cases, when they do call, more than 99% of the time, it's already addressed immediately. So we don't have open tickets where it will linger and customers are waiting for a resolution.
Sir, people nowadays use a lot of payment channels, specifically mobile apps, to pay for their online their bills.
Yeah.
Is there still a big market for this type of
Well, again, that's a very good question because that has been always something that we're asked about in terms of longevity of this product. We see that the Philippine market, even though we're growing very fast on digital payments, using the phone, using internet, we still see that the cash market is growing faster. Again, just looking at from the base of cash paying consumers. No? Even though if it only grows 5%, and let's say the internet market grows at 20%, the base itself of cash market use, of cash paying consumers, will still be larger. And therefore, every time we see, and I think you can witness this during paydays, you would always see people lining up. There would always be people lining up, whether it be in banks, whether it be other payment centers. You see a lot of people lining up just to be able to pay their bills. And maybe because there's still preference for cash. Now, I don't know about the psyche of the Filipinos, but maybe because they're still not that confident in paying online, maybe there is still that level of trust or confidence. I guess if we even take a survey here in this room, we can still see a lot of people may actually still prefer to pay cash over the counter. So instead of paying over the counter where they still have to line up, it would really be much better if they would just try this channel, because here, of course, we say no more to long queues, no more to waiting, and you don't have to wait until it gets posted 2 or 3 days after.
Sir, last question for me. How many kiosks will you be putting up around the country?
The market is really very big. Right now, we're barely scratching the surface. As I mentioned, we already have 700, but we see this going to thousands because there is a high demand for it. A lot of the partners that we've been talking to have seen the value of this, and they're asking for more. So we see it to be one way by which they can really offload a lot of the inefficiencies that is being experienced on over-the-counter payments.
Sir, hindi naman ano to, no? Not exclusive to Converge, even other telcos din.
Oh yes, definitely. The machine is available to many of our key partners.
Thank you.
Converge is just the first telco that actually trusted us in deploying this. So,
Hi, I'm Akshat from Powerhouse. Curious na ako, meron naman sa market yung Filipino. Kung meron na, saan yung mga available?
Can you mention yung mga ano?
well, we're available in Ministop, in Lawson, in major supermarkets like Robinson, Super 8, Everplus. And of course, the list of locations and partners are growing. We're also available in offices, where in many of the business process outsourcing locations. And we're in schools as well. We're in CSB, College of St. Bennet. We're in Lasal Lipa. We're in FEU. We're in UP as well. So, we're still starting, and we just want to make sure that we can bring this channel closer and closer to the customers.
Thank you.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm Harold from What's Happening.ph. My question is, how can businesses partner with you in the future?
Well, it's very simple. They just have to let us know that they want to be integrated into our platform. And if they want payments to be available on the kiosk, then we can just simply add it on. And it's all digital. That's why it's very easy for us to have them on our menu, in our screens, and it can be processed on our back end. So it's usually what we call an API connection, so that we are connected digitally, so that all transactions will always be on real time.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Ray from Boyraka.com. For Converge, is there a similar partnership like this, or will there be a similar partnership of this in the near future?
We actually have other traditional partnerships already. Your traditional banking and convenience stores. So customers can today pay to over the counter. They can pay to like 7-Eleven or pawn shops.
Are they
So
also
that's-
on real time? The posting of payment, is it also on real time?
That's what we call near real time, because it has to be processed by batch. And that's why, when Dan committed that they will work with us to do real-time posting, we signed up immediately.
So it's much better to use this.
Yes, it's much better.
Thank you.
I am John from Tech Application. Do you have any other steps to encounter any problem with this machine? Any steps or measures to encounter any problem?
Well, we try to make sure that we properly maintain it. It's a very simple device, actually. It's no different from your laptop. The type it's connected to a printer. The only thing that is a bit complex with the machine is what we call the bill validator. That's the one that reads your cash. So when you enter your notes, it will be able to right away determine the amount, and then it will then process it digitally, and then we can then have the transaction sent over to the partner.
How much security?
How much is the machine?
Security.
We can offer you, we can talk later.
The security of the machine.
Well, it's very secure. Everything is covered, but it's all masked in terms of the information that we process to the not only to the machine but also to the platform.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Adrian from Southside FM. Who do we call or what do we do in case like in the middle of the transaction the machine breaks down or the money gets stuck or something?
Well, there are those situations. When that happens, it should really be a threat. It's very minimal because it should happen at that right moment when you press done, and then all of a sudden, nag-down yung connection. So that's the only moment that it can happen. But it does happen. So when it does happen, that's where we have our help desk that customers can call, and we're able to right away resolve the issue. But you know, we have this thing called MySupli, so that when the transaction doesn't push through, but we already accepted the money, then that amount actually goes to your MySupli account. And it can be accessed because you enter your phone number, your mobile number, and that becomes your automatic MySupli account. So you can access it again, and then you do the transaction that you would want to make.
With regards to the pay and go, kayo po ba yung pumipili ng establishments or can a merchant apply to have a pay and go ma-install sa kanila? If ganon, paano po yung process?
Well, we usually try to partner with key institutions, but we also have situations where the store would would want to apply for the machine, and that's where we have to look at of course, the location and how viable it is if they have the traffic, because we have to make sure that we generate X number of transactions for the machine to be sustainable.
Just in case lang, let's say, I have a I have a mart, okay. Kikita ba ako dyan? Sorry, this is my lang.
Meron naman tayong revenue share.
Yeah.
So if the location partner is willing to have the machine, the kiosk in the store, then we have an arrangement, and we can talk about that later, where there is a commercial agreement that we can take a look at.
For the store owner, it helps them increase their business, because if a store owner has one of these machines in their store, people will start to realise I can come and pay my bills or to prepay my mobile phone, and so it actually encourages more customers to come to their store. So while there might be some opportunities for sharing some of it, it's also a value add for their business, so they're encouraging people to come to their store.
But is it limited to mart only? Like, there are certain establishments like laundry shops that are big enough to, you have sustainable, and it's within the residential area. So are you limited to marts only, or are you open to other types of establishments?
We're open to other establishments. I mean, we're interested where people want the service. We want to be able to put a machine there so they can use it in a convenient location. But as Dan mentioned, we do look at the volumes and the potential, because we only make money when we get transactions. So we're interested in making sure that the machine is up and available and is at a good location for people to use it.
Thank you.
We'd like to address a question for Sir Peter. How would you say the Philippine payment market compares to other countries in Asia?
Something we've observed, every market has its own uniqueness. I think there's some underlying trends, but every market is different. As an organisation, as Dan mentioned, we've been around for over 25 years. Our background is in Australia, being more of a mature market, but we've now been operating in Asia for over 10 years. We've been in India for almost 10 years. We have over close to 6,000 payment devices in India, and we're seeing that that is a market that's growing rapidly. Cash is the underlying theme. Everyone talks about digital payments, and everyone talks about the trend in going to digital, and we fully support that and see that happening as a trend, but we can't deny the importance of cash and the need for cash, and we're focusing on that money in and money out. So we want to be the enabler for the digital economy. So we can help organisations like Converge to be able to have their customers pay their bills, to digitise their cash by paying their bill through a kiosk, or giving cash out service, be able to give people cash out from their account so they can use that cash. So very much focused on helping people get money in and out of the digital economy. And that is a trend we're seeing across Asia, to be honest, across the world.
Thank you. Just a follow-up question. What do you see with the other innovations in other countries or in the Philippines as well for payment channels?
Innovation is, look, there's lots of innovation. I think the mobile phone is what everyone lives and dies by these days. That's the most important tool we have, and making sure that your mobile phone is linked into the payments environment is important. And that's what we almost see as well, is even with our kiosks in the future, you may have a mobile phone, you might be able to pre-stage a lot of the transaction, whether it be for money in or money out through your mobile phone. But if you want to be able to do it with cash, you still need to come to a secure self-service appliance to do that. So we're seeing a lot of innovations in payments, but you still need to be able to authenticate. You need to be able to meet KYC and any anti-money laundering requirements. So there certainly is a requirement for secure devices and to be able to complete that.
All right, thank you. Do we have any more questions from our guests?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Conrad from WhatsApp.ph. Sir, maliban po sa payment ang payment ng pay and go, wala po ba siyang kakayahan na magkaroon ng like savings? Opo.
Well, we are servicing a lot of the e-money wallets right now, but they're not really savings account. No, it's not. Maybe you're pertaining more towards later on the machine or the kiosk can accept deposits. Well, that is still something. Well, we'd like that to happen, but it's still under the banking regulations, where they still really cannot, or they're not keen on having this channel as a deposit channel.
O how about po yung money padala to another person?
Well, it's actually happening right now because once somebody puts money into a wallet, it can be the wallet belonging to their friend or a relative.
Yes.
So when they load it through the machine, effectively that is similar to what you're saying.
Thank you, sir.
Although we're not trading, it's similar to what you're saying.
Do you have any more questions? We have time for 1 to 2 more questions. Okay, so that wraps up our question and answer portion, as well as the program.